We are back with another 50 identified coins for $10. And if you're new to this series, this is going to be number 2 in my most recent pickups. But what this dealer does, and I find them at the Tennessee State Numismatic Show in Chattanooga, they put together these lots of 50 coins that are either in flips or little envelopes. Historically, in all of these, I get 5 coins, which are new to my collection, another 10 coins or so that are upgrades to my collection, 10 coins that are garbage, and then that leaves about another 25 or so, which make good trade pieces. And so they're always worth $10 to me. Now, I will say that the last video that I made, which was the first in this most recent series, had half the coins were Soviet common coins, but I still got some new coins to my collection from Soviet, and also there were 5 coins that were 200 to 300 years old, great coins in poor condition. So it's really hard to say what to make out of something like this. It kind of scared me a little bit. If they're all going to be like that, then I'm going to kind of regret that. I don't see as many of the stapled flips in or 2x2s in this one. So I have better hopes. One thing that has been pretty common over the years that I've purchased from this person is there are going to be a lot of coins from the same country over and over. Last time it was just Soviet Union. Last year there were a lot of coins from South Korea and uh, Italy, Jamaica. So it always changes. Japan was also pretty common in the past. So I'm just going to start opening things up. And if I have any that have staples, we're going to save them to the end. Now let's start with this Philippines coin on the front. This one is a very old flip on here. The flip is terrible. But a 50 centavos from 1964, that's a pretty good coin. I'm pretty sure I have it. That one could be an upgrade right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. That one's in decent shape. This is going to be the same size as the United States half dollar, a JFK half. So I like that one for 20 cents. Let's see, we've got, that's a pretty common Australia coin. Also notice that they've gotten lazy where they're not identifying them anymore. At least they went to the trouble of writing AUS for Australia on that one. We've got a Canadian dime, 1968, probably not silver at that point. Let's get this Thailand one here in the front. One thing I'll give them credit for is I cannot read the Thai dates on here. So if they're saying this is from 2535, I don't know what that translates to, but I can at least look it up. Y219 on the 5 baht. Always thought the lines on the bottom reminds me of an 80s video game. That I've picked up a few of those over the years. There were a lot of Canadian nickels in the last video, so I hope we don't see a lot of that. Canadian dime, not good. The yellows were the world wild card, so I'm going to wait a while before I pick up one of the yellow ones. Okay, a moose quarter. Not sure I'd pay 20 cents for it, but at least that one has some exchange value to it. Here's a pretty common coin from France, 1983, 20 centimes. I get plenty of those. 1968 beaver nickel. Okay, this one's better. Uganda, 1 shilling, 1987. This is the kind of thing I like to see in here. 1987, CAM 27. They say that they were going to charge 25 cents for that coin. I'll go ahead and pass on that one. Looks like another 1968 Canadian dime. If we start getting into Canadian pennies, then I'm going to regret buying 6 of these lots. 75 dime, 68 beaver nickel. Here's something different. This is going to be from Greece. $20 drachma from 1990. Not particularly rare, but at this point I'm glad to see something different. Let's pull out one of these yellow flip ones. So the yellow envelopes in the last video meant that it was a 200 to 300-year-old coin in poor condition. So Ireland, King George III. He was the king of Ireland when the United States declared independence. I'm going to have to take your word for it on this side. There we go, George III. As you can see, it's warped, so it's damaged, but on this side, we've got better detail than what we've seen in the past. You can definitely tell it's George III. Now, this was back at a time when Great Britain also ruled Ireland in the United Kingdom. I don't know how long that lasted. So I don't know. This is so slick. I don't know how they're saying that it is Irish because I don't see any details, but maybe they think that looks like the Irish harp. They're in the middle more than it looks like the UK halfpence design. So at least that was something different. Here we got a Thailand 2 baht 1961 new type. So do we have a new type coin here? Yes, we do. This is I forget if this is the new King Rama or if it's an old portrait of the last king. Can't tell if that's a young person or an old person right there. New design. I don't think I have one of these. So if it's new to me, that is at least worth something. Let's get this Mexican coin that I can see right here. And we have, there we go, 1969 Canadian dime. Mexico 50 centavos, 25 centavos, 1969. Russia 2 kopeck common, 25 satang. Now I will say that anything smaller than a baht, so anything that's satang from Thailand, is pretty tiny, pretty worthless, but yet you don't see them all that often, so they're good for people who are looking for new things in their collection. So I probably had it, but it's not something that I get very often, so I kind of welcome those for my trade pile. Got a staple, another staple, another staple. Canadian 2000. This could be a 1-year commemorative coin, so let's see if it's that or a moose. It is a 1-year. In 2000, Canada made 12 different coins, one for every month with their quarters. This one is Celebration. So it shows a bunch of Canadians with fireworks going off in the background. It looks like there's a hidden 2000 right there. No, I'm wrong. It was just the loop-de-loop trail that that one firework rocket was making. So I don't get many duplicates of that. So for my duplicates, that will be a good add, but not more general dimes. Another dime. Okay. Another Thailand 2 baht Y444 2006. So we've got one on our calendar identified here. This is different than the last 2 baht. Shows the older portrait of Rama IX, and they're very subtle differences. This one you can barely see. He's looking so far to the left that you can only barely see his glasses. On the other one, you see more of his glasses. Maybe we'll have another one to compare that to. This next coin in a flip, we've got another Greek coin featuring I think that says Democritus, the father of the democracy, the concept of democracy, I think. 1978, 10 drachma. Another Canadian cent and a dime. 5 baht. Extra fine bust number 2. So here, compared to the last one, you see more of his glasses. So he's looking mostly to the left, but not completely to the left on this 5 baht. But we saw that coin earlier. That one's in better condition. This another 5 baht. Same thing. And a Canadian cent. Here's a 1939 10 centavos, and I think that's the Aztec calendar, maybe? No, that one's just more of a compass look to it. Still a nice pickup. I just realized I've been setting aside some of these flips that don't need staples taken out of them. Okay, so that's something. These wild cards, I'm sure it's going to be so old and we can't see any details on it, just like the others, but there you go. I can't say that I had any coins from William and Mary. I can't say there are any details on this side. Now, going from memory, that they must have said, it's pretty obvious that you can tell that's like the little ribbon that they used to put in the hair of the king, which was a thing back in the 1600s and 1700s. So that's how you can tell how it is. But going from memory, I feel like there are some coins William and Mary and others that were just William the Third. And I don't know how you're going to be able to tell from here, but well, there you have it. They think it's about 1695. So I was not expecting this in this lot. There's another one that's open. British India, 19th century. Okay, Victoria. Rough shape, but you actually can see a little bit of the details. I think it says Queen over here. I guess it says Victoria. There's an ORIA. So that's a young portrait of Queen Victoria. There's the 1870, then 1876. Well, at least there's some details on this one. I'm okay with that one. Here's a nice older Italian coin. Don't see this one too often. 2 lira, 1957. With a bee or a wasp. They're actually labeling them for once. That's good. Aluminum. KM94. I like that one. This one, they got a flip that was too small on this one. But it's another of these 5 baht coins, so I shouldn't be spending too much time on it. Italy, 200 lira, $2. Would have sold this one for $2. This one is a, okay, there you go. I was not expecting this one. It's an FAO coin. Kind of have a globe look to it in the background. An older lady guess a daughter hugging her from the back. FAO at the bottom. And then on this side, well, that one's interesting. I like that one. And then I drop it. Okay, we'll keep going. We've got another Canadian quarter. The caribou. The coin of the Netherlands. 1 year type coin. So that's true, not silver. This side may look very common, but in 1948 was when they started this design, was the last year of Queen Wilhelmina. So almost all of these that you find are from 49 for the next few decades. So that one is fairly rare. Another coin from Thailand. This one's the 50 satang, or half a baht, from 2010. The newer portrait, where you see less of the glasses. And it's a newer design because they have a 50 in hour number system. I would not be able to read that 50 on the left. So that's a good one. They scratched out the barely uncirculated, but it's a 500 lira from 1983. Is this the common one? That is the common 500 lira, but if you haven't seen it. This one is turned into commemoratives fairly often, but not in that particular coin. Another Thailand 5 baht from 1997. Same as what we've seen earlier. Next coin in a flip. Another Ireland George III halfpence. Another coin, you can't see anything. But I see what they're trying to say here. Well worn, but you can kind of see the George written up there at the top, Georg. I think it's in Latin, so it'd say Georgius. Coin is damaged, so it's well worn. You can't see any details, but it's Irish because what you can see on here is a harp, and it says Hibernia around the top, so not British. Next one up is a question mark. Last time we had a question mark, there were no details on it, couldn't figure it out at all. This one is the same. Couple letters on it. That one, yeah, that one's going to be pretty hard to identify. Say, 4 need unstapled. So let me pause and do that. Okay, this first one's the only one that I've seen what was written on it. We've got another George II halfpence. Like I said before, that would predate 1776. There you have it. So we've got the 2 in Roman numeral II right here. Rex for king right there. The shape of Britannia on that side. So again, we've got a 250-year-old coin in poor shape. This next one is same thing. See what kind of details we have on here. Corrosion, but better details, maybe. You see the George written on the left. Easier to see the Britain on this side at least. Okay. Next one is same thing. Guess it's the old British coin day. My light gave out just here. So let's get this in the light a little bit more. So this one's George III, so we're talking, I'm going to hold this, it's not in the shadows. Just like everything else in the yellow envelope, very well worn. All right, and then last one is another George II halfpence. This one is even rougher feel to it, but you can actually see some of the details on here. So this one is more damaged than the others, but a few more of the details still are around on here. It's crazy. All right, so I got a little bit of battery life on my light here. So these George II coins, if I remember, I looked it up. He reigned from, I think it was 1727 to 1760. The coins that we had from George III was 1760 through about 1820, I think. And then that one from William and Mary would be anywhere from 1689, I think. And then Mary died in 1694. And then William continued to reign on his own for another 6 years after that, till about 1702. So we're looking at least 300 years on that one coin. And then I can definitely see the 17. So that 1737, 34 maybe, the Britannia look. So we've had several George II and George III's on here. So this lot was a lot better than the last lot. I don't know what else to say about it. A bunch of Thailand coins that were all, for the most part, different, other than the several of the 5 bots in there. But I don't know what to make of all these really old coins. I just don't have many of them. If I do, they're in other rough shape, just as this one. So there's value in that. But this is just this is crazy, but interesting for sure. This one was definitely worth $10, and I'm glad there were not many Russian or Soviet coins in this one like the first one. So this is fun, and I've got another 4 of these, and so we're going to release. I'm probably going to film the rest of these today, but we're going to release them over the next few weeks, and probably going to be months before we get them all online and published. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.